Hi, my name's Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to make a video talking to you all about the element of stagnancy. This might not be people's favorite topic, but this will help a lot of people. Now, I've talked about this before and I'll continue to talk about it again, but this is really going to help you guys and understand what really goes on, because stagnancy is a part of life and not many people understand it. When people are experiencing stagnancy, they think it's because of them doing something wrong. Maybe someone put a curse on them, maybe someone put a hex on them, maybe they whatever. Because you'll have these weeks where you're just luckiest person of your entire life, and then you'll have certain weeks where you're just not as lucky. People don't seem to understand it. You do have to take into account that there is a season for everything. Every time you do something, there is a different set of planetary alignments around you affecting what takes course in your life. Billionaires know this. This is why billionaires were hot. They actually hire people, and I'm not saying too much because it's already public information, but billionaires hire people publicly or non-publicly. I'm not even sure if everyone knows this, but they'll take astrologists, pocket astrologists. They'll basically hire that astrologist to be like a full-time, well-paid person to help them with stocks and to help them with predict certain outcomes. Because let's just say, imagine if someone let you know, like, hey, if you go into the casino on the 13th and the 17th of next month, because there's Jupiter is in transit, whatever. Let's just say your Mercury and Venus is this combination in your chart, this astrological weather is in your favor. So if you're gonna win on any day, play the 13th and the 17th, or you can just play the 13th. So that person shows up in the casino, like, oh, and they show up in the casino, and they play in the casino, and on their first shot they start winning, and people think, oh, it's unfair. But if that person didn't know their astrology, anything around them, because God put planets in order for us to be able to understand how to work with different aspects of our energy. So let's just say that person's generally lucky and they play it on a day that they're the most lucky. Do the math. If you take 2 and 2, it makes 4. So you're actually going with the waves. You're going with the direction of the planetary alignment. So it's very favorable in that aspect. So certain people might just show up to the casino on the 13th, for example, and they get really lucky, and they take that as a sign to keep gambling. So the 14th, the 15th, the 16th, they kept gambling and they lost. They almost have nothing left, and then they're around on the casino on the 17th and they win big again. And maybe they shouldn't be gambling for the next few months, but they didn't know their astrology or what days to play and what days to not play. So then guess what happens? And this actually happens to gamblers. They stop having fun when they gamble, and they're just like, well, I just won big and I won big last week, so I could win big again, when it was just the planets. It's literally just how, because God made the planets in very specific orders with very specific constellations, very specific atmospheres, just like he made the seasons. And for the people who said, oh, God didn't make the planets, and I'm like, okay, you can't even talk to those people. So someone told me angels are demonic. Guess who lost their angels after saying that? So yeah, so people who say, oh, Archangel Gabriel's evil, you want to tell that to Archangel Gabriel? You want to talk to God about that? I made a video about Archangel Gabriel and people are calling that not of God. Read the Bible if you want to actually talk about that, but it's insane. Like, for those people, you can't even take them seriously. But when it comes to when you are practicing planetary alignments and you actually want to have them work with you, because people just associate luck with just randomness. It's not randomness. Everything is the law of mathematics. So that's exactly why you see certain people in the casino standing off. They don't play a good portion of the time. And when they see people, and because there's even an equation to this too. So everything is numbers. So if you look at a chart, it'll go boing, 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 then boing, boing, boing. Same thing with stocks, etc. So everything, it's not random because it's based off of numbers. If you calculate it into a point of you just thinking it's just luck versus, hey, this is calculated luck, then it would help you learn that it applies. So when it comes to stagnancy, what does this mean when it's talking about stagnancy for you? You have to understand there's certain things going on when it comes to stagnancy. It's not necessarily stagnancy. If you're doing everything correct, most importantly, if you're asking the Most High God for help, it's on its way to you. It's on its way. But sometimes when you keep asking and you keep manifesting something big, the regular blessings that you had are starting to get upgraded. So instead of for you just doing this, now you've been so consistent that you're getting upgraded. So to do this, you have to stop right here for a second before you go up the mountain. I don't know if someone just fired a cannon, a firework, etc. I don't know. Firework. So firework. It's not even the 4th of July yet, but so when it comes to stagnancy, it'll go like this. So before you get into it, before you start going upwards, you prepare whatever you're in to start going upwards. So you prepare, you load. Same thing occurs for your blessings. So nothing stays the same. If you're going stagnant, there's no such thing as stagnant. No such thing as stagnancy. So if you think you're just doing good, then you're either going up or down. So it doesn't go like this, it goes like this, or it goes like this. So a bird, when it flies, is either going upwards or it's going downwards. There's no such thing as someone staying the same. There's no such thing as someone ever staying the same. That's not how universal law works. From chaos comes order, and entropy will occur in your favor or not in your favor. So that's the same exact thing. So a lot of people don't know it. Chaos can occur in your favor. So when you've been seeing all this stagnancy, energy builds up. So sometimes it's building up to do a giant release of something. So, and you don't know what it is. You just thank God for whatever blessing's on its way. Let's just say you're wearing your crystals, you're doing everything correctly, and a lot of people just have a massive back order of blessings. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's just say you've been ordering, you lived at an older location and Amazon's delivering packages to your house, but you move to a new house that's bigger, and now you change the address, and now it seems like no packages are coming to you. All the packages are coming to the old house, and now they're holding the packages because they have to reroute it to your house. But when those packages get to your house, there's going to be more packages, so it's more than you expected, but it's going to take longer just because it takes a second to load. So in essence, what the stagnancy means is if you're on the right track, it means you're having a back order. So like I said, so people who are stagnant, as above, so below. So you can have stagnancy and be going downwards, or you can have stagnancy or be going upwards. So either way, it's a large jump, it's a skip. So the next week you might notice blessings start coming back again, and then it seems like they fade again. It's not that, it's that the back order is catching up. So if you're asking for very big things are coming, but it takes a certain amount of energy just to go to really put out that back order. So in essence, because you have to think about it like this, energy can't be created or destroyed. When you're asking God for new blessings, and your energy, let's just say, you have to know that when you manifest, over time, your manifestations get stronger and stronger and stronger and more evolved. So like I said, you're going up or you're going down. So for the people who are not doing right, not working with crystals, people who are seeing stagnancy and they're going downward, ask yourself, are you asking God for help? Are you wearing crystals? Are you using herbs that God has put on the earth? Are you cleansing your energy? Are you upgrading your energy? Are you doing anything to improve your energy? Are people around you evil eyeing you? Are you saying too much? Are you saying too little? Are you talking to people you should be talking to? Are you not waiting? I mean, are you giving people the space they need to? Because sometimes, for example, when it comes to job interviews or whatever, you apply, you do your thing, you put it out, it goes out and about, it does its thing. If you keep harassing them, it makes it more repulsive energetically to them. Now, and yeah, that actually works like that. Some cases it's good to keep asking, but even then it's just like you're on the losing spectrum because you're chasing. Same thing with your love life, for example. So because I'm going to apply this to abundance, wealth and abundance, love, spiritual gifts, etc. It helps people learn that way. So when it comes to your love life, a lot of times when people like you, they're not going to show the emotions, or they'll try to hide the emotions, or they'll really just try to hide the emotions because they're scared, because they feel emotions. They try to fight the emotions off. Most of the time, if you're in control of your emotions, that person will come forth and confess their feelings, etc. It does work like that, but what happens before that is people get impatient and run up to the person and just either yell at them, bombard them, run them off, and it helps the person decide, like, hey, maybe it was a good thing to hide the feelings, and they'll run away anyway. So if you just play just very cool, so just be cool, be calm, be collect, and just stay calm. It makes you more magnetic, more vibrant. Although, like I said, do your part. So for example, if you're rekindling with your twin flame, put out some energy that you're open to it, but don't fish, don't go too hard, just be chill, work on yourself, etc. So when it comes to finances, put out your job applications, work on your manifestations, expect that it's coming, because it is coming, just because you can't see it. And this entire world lies. This entire physical world lies. So everything you see doesn't mean what it actually looks like. A good example is celebrities. So just because they're posting something on Instagram, posting something on whatever, people think that they're having perfect lives when there's a whole bunch of chaos going on behind the scenes. People think they look one way, and when you see them in person, they look a completely different way. So let's talk about spiritual gifts. Your spiritual gifts can also be very elusive in how, like if you think they're stagnant, sometimes they're not stagnant. It's just an energy build up to you opening a gift, and it opens very quietly. Sometimes they open very loudly, but you don't want that, because you want something that stays. So in essence, the stagnancy that you're seeing is a build up to something. So work with it energetically. Don't go against the flow. Don't go against the grain. If you're seeing things that you don't like, keep manifesting, and you better believe it's on its way to you through the Most High God. If you ask God, if you're manifesting, if you're aligning your energy, it's on its way. Who cares how long it takes? It's on its way. Like, if it was to be in your timing, it might not be that good. So for example, people will say, oh, I want this right now. Maybe in a year from now, you find out, if I have this right now, it'd be an utter disaster, and you wouldn't even want it. You'd be like, oh God, what do I have? And then you'd be asking God, oh God, why'd you let me have this so soon? It's because He's giving you it in your time so you can receive it and keep it, not so that you get it and you're like, ugh, what is this? Like, good example is the restaurant. So that's the period. This is a cool example. So let's just say you sit down at the dinner table and you wonder why your food's taking so long, and it's a 5-star restaurant, and you're waiting, and they're cooking the best thing that they've ever made. Maybe it has like a gold foil on it. Maybe it's like, I don't know, it's like the best, I'm taking account of the, let's just say it's the world's best artichoke. So it's the world's best artichoke, and it has like the essence of gold to it, and it's, when you eat it, it's just the best thing you've ever, and I'm just using artichoke as an example. So it's the best artichoke ever. It could be salmon, whatever, because I know there's people who's vegan, so I'm just using the artichoke as an example. So, and it took how long it needed to take to come out, because if it came out any sooner, then it would be bitter and hard, and you're like, ugh, what's this? Versus it comes out like 30 minutes later, and instead of her being impatient, you talk to people at the table, you let the time go by, and when it comes out, it's like the best thing you've ever tasted, but you were occupying yourself during the stagnancy. So let's just say you're doing whatever you can be doing to manifest. Let's just say you're doing 100% of everything that you could be doing correctly, and you're doing 100% of everything. Let's just say you're putting out as much action as you possibly can. There's no more action you could be putting out. Give it to God, trust in the Lord, because whatever blessing you ask to the Most High is on its way. It's 100% on its way. Now align yourself, trust in God, and during the period of stagnancy, don't take that as stagnancy. Take it as, just understand it's a giant backorder coming. And even, like I said, don't expect it, well, I was waiting to see something large. It's usually something small that's actually something pretty large. So maybe you just got approved for a massive loan. Let's just say you got approved for this whatever, and you didn't think it was that big, but it was huge. You didn't even know how big it was because it came to you so easily. That's the thing with most people, is they'll see a giant blessing come and they're like, well, I wanted something bigger. It's like, if you actually knew the size of that and how rare that blessing is, then you would know. So stagnancy is just, it's in your favor if you're doing the right thing. So if you're a person not working with crystals, most importantly, not asking God, not doing things energetically to align yourself, then your stagnancy is a lesson of learning. But if you're doing, and yeah, learning to work with crystals, learning to upgrade your energy, because crystals will help you get to where you need to supposed to be. Crystals will help you get to where you're supposed to be and where you need to go, because they're literally energy cleaners, energy unblockers. It helps you get exactly to where you need. Herbs, they do their job, but you have to do 100% correctly. You can make a mess with herbs, so I don't teach herbs too often like that unless it's very specific. Crystals are on autopilot because they're of the heavens. Herbs are of the earth. So, like I said, some people will try to cleanse their house with herbs and they use the wrong herbs, and now whatever is in their home is angry, and now it's causing more harm than it is help. So that's pretty much it. Stagnancy is in your favor. It's not stagnancy, it's everything's coming to you, just not in your timing. So I would use stagnancy to manifest. Stagnancy is the best time to manifest because it actually tenfolds whatever blessing's coming your way, and it affects you for like 3 months. The whole time you manifest during stagnancy, it's just 3 months of just nothing but of abundance, nothing but pure abundance with less gaps of stagnancy. And it's also a very good time to learn as well. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Like I said, you can work with crystals to dissolve stagnancy, crystals that you can get from floridastoneman.com. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.